Hey everybody, long time no post, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a little mushroom and black bean burger. So I had these frozen mushrooms in my refrigerator. Don't know why I had frozen mushrooms in my freezer, but I wanted to use them. So here I'm just going to cut up, I think I cut up 4 or 5. It was really difficult to cut them, but I'm just slicing them up pretty fine, as you can see here. Again, I think I used 3 or 4, about that many. So I had about that much mushrooms. What is that, like a cup? Half a cup? I don't know, something like that. Then also I got a little leftover onion in there. Check out those 3 a.m. knife skills. And just going to mince up an onion really, really fine. I don't know, what is that, about a quarter cup of an onion? Something like that. Once you got all that chopped up, we are going to go to a pan that is on medium heat. Alright, and into the pan on medium heat, what's going in is a little bit of olive oil, the supreme oil of all. And then into that, I'm dumping in the mushrooms that are still frozen, because if I defrosted them, they would just turn to mush and wouldn't really be cookable. And I'm just going to cook all that until it's all soft and pretty golden brown. Right here, you're going to see some of my professional pan skills until I get a little carried away and stuff starts flying out all over the place. As you can see, then I thusly stopped and put the pan down and just let it cook, which is what you should probably do, unless you're trying to get extra points for showmanship. And of course, since we're not bad chefs, we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of salt to help the cooking process along. And while that's cooking, you're going to cut up 1 clove of garlic. And why am I showing you me cutting up garlic? Because I recorded it. I don't know why. Might as well use it. Once that garlic is nice and finely minced, you're going to go back to your pan, toss that clove of garlic into your cooked onions and mushrooms, and swirl that around for about 30-60 seconds. Don't brown the garlic. Easiest way to mess up food is to burn garlic. Leaves a horrible taste. Or using jarred garlic, or garlic, air quotes. Stuff is an abomination. So please, for the love of God, use fresh garlic. Alright, go ahead and add your mushroom, onion, garlicky mixture thing into a bowl to let it cool down. And in the meantime, I'm going to cut up some red sweet peppers. And again, 3 a.m. knife skills using a dull knife. This looks brilliant. Also, go ahead and remove the seeds. Make sure to fling it around everywhere, make a mess. Helps a lot with the recipe. Really, really improves the flavor of what you're making if you just make a massive mess all over your kitchen. Bigger the mess, bigger the flavor. Remember that. 3 hours later, I finally had those 2 red peppers cut up. And now on to the beans. Now, I'm using some beans that I soaked and cooked myself, but this would work just as easy with canned black beans. But pretty much, put it in a bowl, mash it up real good. This masher's horrible and I'm making a lot of noise right now, but you get the gist. I guess if you wanted to use a food processor, you could, but I wouldn't go for pure liquefaction. Just kind of get it mashed up into a nice bean paste. And that's pretty much what you're after there. Nice big bean paste that I'm going to add our peppers into. And of course the coup d'etat, the mushrooms and the onions and garlic. I think that was also in there, right? Yeah, right. Now that all the kids are in the pool, we're going to go ahead and mix it all together. And I know what you're thinking. This looks absolutely nothing like a burger. This isn't staying together. Just calm down, man. We're not done yet. Still got a few more things to add. And you don't have to worry about overmixing. I don't even really know what that means still, but don't worry about it. Just stir it around with a spoon. Get it all mixed together. It'll be fine. Don't freak out. Freaking out. Alright, now we're going to add 1 egg. And I'm going to do this one-handedly, or at least try. And the eggshell is optional. I'm going to opt out with the eggshell, but if you want to leave it in there, who am I to tell you not to? Now that the egg is in there and the optional eggshell is in or out, we're going to go ahead and mix that through, get the egg combined into the mixture. And now breadcrumbs. I'm using panko. Any breadcrumbs will work. I have no idea how much I added. I just kind of sprinkled and stirred until it all kind of came together. And before I forget here, we're going to go ahead and add a good amount of salt and pepper. And I also added a little bit of cumin to this. Not a whole lot, but I definitely added a teaspoon or 2 of cumin. I also went ahead and took the personal liberty of adding a few red pepper flakes. You know, because everything needs a little bit of spice in it. And also, oh, there it is. There's the cumin that I went ahead and added in. Again, I guess that was about a teaspoon, right? Yeah, teaspoon. This is how real people cook. Go to Martha Stewart's website if you want amounts and recipes and stuff like that. And then we're going to stir, mix it in. But about halfway through this, I realized it wasn't binding the way I wanted, so I went ahead and added a little bit more breadcrumbs, which it should resemble, feel texture-wise like a hamburger would, like ground beef. So kind of use your judgment on how many breadcrumbs you need. Remember, you can always add more, you can't take it out. So sprinkle a little bit in, stir, sprinkle a little bit in, stir. Right about there was when I decided it was good. And I also found some frozen parsley in the back of my refrigerator, since today is all about shit I found in the back of my refrigerator and freezer, and added a couple handfuls of Italian parsley to it as well. And then after that's in, you're going to mix it around, and voila. Look, told you, looks like ground beef, doesn't it? Alright, now what you're going to do is put a pan over medium heat with some vegetable oil, and you're just going to form a patty in your hand just like you would a hamburger, and you're just going to lay it down, press it down, make sure it doesn't fall apart at all. Again, as you can see, it's behaving just like a hamburger, sticking together rather well. Now, since there's nothing really raw in here except the egg, it's only going to need 1.5 to 2 minutes each side, just till it gets, nice and crunchy, nice little brown outside on it, not burnt. Alright, after about 2 minutes, I went ahead and grabbed the mine. Now this isn't optional. You do need a Stormtrooper spatula, or this isn't going to work. Like, what the hell do you think you're doing if you don't have this? But after, again, 2 minutes, looked a little brown, flipped it over. It's about the color you're going for. Just kind of gave it a little tap, a little squish together, make sure it wasn't falling apart. After I flipped it over, I went ahead and laid some slices of fresh mozzarella over the top to let them melt. And then, after that was melted, I went ahead and slid that onto some toast, because I didn't have burger buns because I'm broke, and some potato salad, which I've changed up a lot since I made a video on it. And here it's just served with some tomatoes and sriracha aioli, which is fancy people talk for sriracha mayonnaise. Feel free to play around with the recipe, switch out the parsley for cilantro, sweet pepper for spicy pepper, play around with the beans, and good luck, guys. Hope you give it a try. It was super good, not bad for concocting something up at 3 a.m. So give it a try. I hope you succeed, and peace.